Recipes for Friday. For those of you that are new, my name is Anna. Every Friday I bring a new recipe to you so that you have a new recipe to add to your collection to make for your family at a moment's notice. Today is Football Monday. I'm going to be making a savory beef burrito with you guys. I got the inspiration for this recipe months ago from Carlsbad Cravings. If you've been around a while, you know that I love that website. I adapted some of the flavors from a couple of different recipes into this one, and I've been making these burritos ever since, and they are delicious. They are my go-to, and they're quick, they're delicious, they're crowd-pleasing, and you are going to want to make these often, I promise you. Let's go ahead and get started. For the burritos, you're going to need shaved beef, honey, chipotle roasted garlic McCormick seasoning, lime, corn, black bean, purple onion, and 3 peppers. I like to use the red, yellow, and orange. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and get our meat ready to cook. Now I will tell you, these burritos come together very quickly. So I like to buy the Trader Joe's shaved beef. This is the only store that I have found that sells it exactly the way that I like it. It's super thin, cooks very quickly, paper thin. So the key to this particular beef when you're using it is to make sure to pull it apart as you're putting it in your bowl. Otherwise it clumps together and nobody wants that. Plus you want all pieces of the meat to get marinated. You can make a burrito out of anything. Now growing up, being Hispanic, the most common burrito we ate were bean burritos. Rice and bean burritos, bean and rice burritos, bean burritos, rice burritos, egg burritos, egg and bean burritos, bean and cheese burritos. Those were the most common. Okay. So this is the McCormick. I take it out of the container that it comes in and I put it in here. And it is the McCormick chipotle roasted garlic. Now, if you don't have this, you can use garlic, just garlic powder, and if you can buy the chipotle peppers and just use the sauce from that in here. You can do whatever you want. The key is to get some chipotle and some garlic in there. So when I found this particular seasoning, it cut down my cooking time for these burritos, and I was really happy about that. So we're just gonna go ahead and add a good amount to this, okay? A good amount, probably, well, we'll see. There's a little bit left. Oh, you know what, just add it, Anna. I gotta buy more. Actually, I might have some more in my back stock. Then I'm going to take a little bit of honey and add, that was probably about a tablespoon of honey. And I'm gonna take my lime here. Cut my lime and squeeze that in here. I'm just gonna do 1/2 of the lime right now, and I will finish off the meat after it's done cooking with the other half. Just gonna give this a mix. You wanna make sure every piece of meat is covered in seasoning. I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty. I was trying to be polite for the sake of the camera, but I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty. Now my meat is marinated. I'm just gonna set that aside because this will cook very quickly. So I'm gonna set this aside. Let me get my hands washed. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and get our peppers sliced up and our onion. So remember I said that I like to do layers in my burritos, right? Different layers of flavor, and I think that that adds so much to anything that you make. So we're gonna go ahead and make a cilantro lime sauce to go on our burritos, and you guys are going to be blown away at how easy this is. For our cilantro lime sauce, you're going to need cilantro, plain Greek yogurt, sour cream or mayonnaise, totally up to you, salt, and 1 brush lime. Okay, I'm gonna do about a half a cup of the plain Greek yogurt. And I'm gonna do about 1/3 of a cup of the sour cream. These tastes can be adjusted, so don't take this too serious, okay? Play with it. And a handful of cilantro, a little bit of salt. Okay, let's give this a taste. It's beautiful, look at that. Might even be a little too thin. Let me taste it. What would I add to that? I think I'm gonna add more sour cream. I have these avocados here. I think I'm gonna add avocado. And I feel like it needs garlic, so let me see. Hopefully I have garlic powder. I'm gonna scream if I don't. Ah! Okay, I don't have garlic powder. Did you hear me scream? So I'm just gonna add a little bit of fresh garlic, or jarred fresh garlic. Let me go get this blended up and let's see what happens. All right, I brought a couple of spoons in case I need to add more to it. Again, I don't follow a recipe for this. This is like my own concoction. I mean, I should say it's not my own concoction. You can find plenty of recipes for this on the internet, but I have adapted it to my own. And since I've been making it, I just kind of do what I want to do. You know what I mean? So let me give this a taste. Well, that avocado is exactly what this needed. I don't even need this extra spoon. Maybe because I want to taste it again. It's so good. I bought this handy dandy little squeeze bottle that I put my sauces into. I got it at Target. She gave it to me for like 50 cents. And it just makes it easier to squeeze on your burrito bowls and that kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my non-stick pan for this. So I'm putting my pan on a medium-high heat, and I'm gonna drizzle in a little bit of avocado oil, maybe like 3 tablespoons. Okay, now that our pan has a good heat to it, we're gonna go ahead and add our beef. And when I'm adding this type of beef, I like to make sure I continue to separate it. I'm going to resist the urge to flip this and let it cook. You can see it's already cooked on the other side. I want a little bit of caramelization. I want to try and lose some of that juice that's coming out of the beef. So I'm going to resist the urge for about 5 minutes to not touch this, and that way when I flip it over it has a little bit of color on it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. Well, I guess I could have waited a little bit longer. No, that's good. This is a perfect weeknight meal, or a meal for when you're in a hurry. It took me a total of 10 minutes to get to this point. That's with prepping the veggies and getting that sauce made. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, now that we've taken the meat out, we're gonna go ahead and add our peppers and our onion. This looks like a lot, I know, but it cooks down. I like to season every layer. So some pepper, some salt. I'm gonna add a little bit of avocado oil. We want a little bit of caramelization on this, so we're just gonna let this cook down a little bit. And I'm going to turn my heat down to medium. Okay, we got a little bit of caramelization. I had to add a little bit of water. I keep getting sucked into the YouTube world, forgetting about my dinner. These are done. They're perfectly cooked. So we're gonna go ahead and take those off the heat. These are done, so now I'm just going to add the meat back in. You're going to love these burritos. They're so good. Your meat component, your veggie component. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that, you guys. So good. We're not done yet, though. Okay, we're ready to assemble our burrito. So I've already heated up a tortilla. So I'm gonna add a little bit of meat mixture. And I do want to show you that I strain out the beans and the corn because I don't want a soggy burrito. So we're gonna add a little bit of beans and corn to that. I just whipped up some fresh salsa, so we're gonna top it off with that. A generous squirt of our sauce that we made. And we're going to roll this up. The outside's in. Your burrito's gonna go this way. And pull back as tight as you can get it, just like that. And you have a perfect burrito. Time for the taste test, my favorite part. Is this not the savoriest burrito? Is this not the most beautiful burrito you've ever seen? Oh, so good. Ernie is about to walk in the door any second, so I got these made just in time. But, oh, it's such a good burrito, you guys. Foot stomping good. The sweetness of the peppers, the sweetness of the corn. It's all a balance. Every layer of this is balanced out by the other. It is so freaking good, you guys. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Feastful Friday. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave me a comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Giving videos a thumbs up just lets YouTube know that it is a liked video, and they will push it out to the people that enjoy these types of videos so that they can see it and enjoy it as well. Like always, if you make this recipe and you enjoyed it, make sure to come back to this video and let us know how you liked it and if you did anything different to it. We'd love to know. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye!